There you go.
Yeah.
Ajá.
Bueno, los verbos modales son los que nos hacen ver que debemos o tenemos la obligación de hacer algo o
Ajá.
no hacer algo. Y entre ellos están should, must y have to, el semimodal que es have to.
Okay. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Somebody else would like to provide or to share just a very close explanation or concepts better? Nobody else? ¿Nadie más? Sin miedo al éxito. Okay, so let's say this. A modal verb is a type of verb that indicates modality. Modality allows the speaker to express belief, attitudes, obligations. Modal verbs are used before another verb to express ability, permission, possibility, or obligation. They need another verb to make sense in the sentence. Finally, modal verbs express modality, ability, possibility, necessity, or another condition. We use them for the future and conditional. So pay attention to this. They need another verb to make sense in the sentence. ¿A qué traduce esto, por favor? O sea, they need another verb to make sense in the sentence. Ajá.
Necesitan un verbo adicional para que pueda conformar una oración lógica.
Listo. Y si yo digo solamente, por ejemplo, should, ¿estaría diciendo algo lógico?
No.
No, te queda faltando el complemento, pues el verbo principal.
Okay, so it needs a personal subject pronoun, the modal verb, and a second verb, I should be, y el complement, right? Para hacer una oración completa. Entonces, miren que ellos solo no trabajan, ellos necesitan un complemento para poder trabajar perfectamente. Entonces, miren que ahí tenemos los verbos que expresan que habilidad, permiso, posibilidad y también obligación, lo que decía la compañera María. La modalidad, necesidad y también, pues, por así decirlo, unas condiciones o condición. Entonces, vamos a ver claramente cada uno de estos patrones en detalle. Aquí tenemos el primer verbo modal, ¿sí? The first modal verb, which is can, que expresa ¿qué? Ability and requests. Ability and requests. Ahorita vamos a mirar más. The second one is must. Must. Necessity or obligation. Mira, necessity or obligation. No se preocupe que vamos a mirarlos en contexto. Aquí tenemos could. Could. Recuerden que la L no suena could, pero sí la D. Past ability, subjection, future possibility, right? We got another one here, which is might. Might. We use might to express for present or future possibility, right? Auto. What's right and correct? This is like for future, even though we use auto to express recommendation, even though to recommend something to someone. That's the same like should. Auto and should are the same. ¿Listo? Estos dos es lo mismo. O sea, auto, and should are the same. We use them to give advice or a sentence prediction. Something is not real for us, but it's real for somebody else. We got may. May, we use it for permission or future possibility. So in this case, may and might work together. Okay? May and might work together. Estos dos trabajan juntos. Can and could work together. This is the present, and example that this is the past. But we we use could for future. Ought and should work together for recommendation or for when something is uncertain or, you know, uncertain prediction. Must, you already. So here is missing would. Would we use it simply to, let's say, to bring a sentence or to let a sentence to the future, right? We say debería, would be, sería, would be. That's something so simple to use. And will. Will is another modal verb, but every one of you know how to use will and how to use would. That's the reason why I didn't bring them to this presentation, but you already know them. Esto es como ir descontaminando ya la mente. ¿Por qué? Porque ya saben cómo usar el will y cómo usar el would, ¿cierto? Entonces ambos lo usamos para el futuro, ¿correcto? So, in here, should or ought. Look at the screen. Should or ought. So the use of should is used to make suggestion, give advices, express duties, and assumptions. Assumptions son como suposiciones, ¿sí? Entonces, aquí tenemos, por ejemplo, duties. When to use duties? I should be at office at 8 a.m. I should be at office at 8 a.m. This is like a duty. This is my responsibility. So nobody else is going to bring that responsibility that I used to have. No, because that's something that I commonly use, do better. I should be at the office at 8 a.m. So that's the time. Duties. Por ejemplo, tiene la responsabilidad de. ¿Quién me da un ejemplo? Duties. Duties. ¿Quién me da un ejemplo? Cualquiera. Con duties. You should, or I should wash the dishes. Debería lavar los platos. Before going to bed. I should.
I should do the exercise, the evidence.
Yeah.
For the course.
That's your responsibility, right? You should do the evidences or to complete the evidences. I should. Debería. Assumptions. He should be in Medellin by now. He has a meeting there. He should be in Medellin by now. He has a meeting there. So I'm calling on my mother and say, Mom, you should be at home by now, right? You have to attend some clients. Debería estar en la casa en ese momento, debe atender a algunas personas, unos clientes, ¿no? Eso es una suposición. Yo supongo que esto es tal cosa, supongo que debería de ser esta cosa, así lo podemos emplear nosotros. You should, hey, you should be at the office right now. You should be at the office, right? You shouldn't do? Yeah, you shouldn't. Okay. And advice. People with high cholesterol should eat low-fat food. So, mire que son los ejercicios que ustedes han venido desarrollando en las evidencias que muchos ya presentaron. Y es que si yo tengo un dolor de cabeza, I have a headache. Recomiéndeme algo, por favor. I have a headache. Oh, I have a terrible headache. Recomiéndame algo. What should I do? Please. You should recommend something to me. Recommend me something. I have a terrible headache. Oh.
You should take a medicine.
What kind of medicine should I take? No. What kind of medicine? An aspirin, an ibuprofeno, or
Acetaminophen.
An Advil. Advil Max should be a very good recommendation. Hey, you should take an Advil Max. You should drink. ¿Cuáles otras recomendaciones? What should I do?
Water. You should drink a lot of water.
You should drink a lot of cold water.
Cold water.
Cold water. What about if I should drink, or let's say a cold beer? Should be good.
Como que esa duda que me hacen.
Ah, should be good if I, you know, drink a cold beer, cerveza, cold beer.
No. You shouldn't.
You shouldn't, right? All right. So that's your kind advice for me. And suggestions. You should buy the red car. It is more comfortable. You should buy the red car. It is more comfortable. So in here, when you're going to recommend or suggest something to somebody, you have to use should. Yeah, should or ought. Both mean the same, and you can use either of them. Either cases, you don't need to worry about in what situation use should or in what situation use ought. Both mean the same, right? Es lo mismo. Notes. Ajá.
O sea que los podemos usar el uno o el otro en cualquier,
Sí, en cualquier
oración.
Es correcto. You get that right. You get that right. It's correct. So, should or ought means the same. Ambos significan lo mismo y se usan en la misma situación. Solo que, miren, recuerden que los idiomas son cambiantes. Son cambiantes en qué sentido? Que van dejando de lado muchos términos. En ese momento, este término ya casi no se usa. Pero debe estar aquí porque en caso que se lo encuentren en un contexto, ya sepan a qué se refiere y cómo ustedes pueden inferir en el significado. Muy bien. Notes, or this is like a hint. The negative form of should is should not or is contraction shouldn't. Example, you should not eat too much fatty food. ¿Sí? Oh. You shouldn't, or you should not eat too much fatty food. And the contraction, they shouldn't be outside. They shouldn't be outside. Recuerden, you should not eat too much fatty food. Miren que yo me demoro muchísimo leyendo la oración. You should not eat too much fatty food. Pero you shouldn't eat too much fatty food. It should be better, right? Should be more easier. Por favor, cerrar el micrófono de la Chilindrina. Chilindrina.
Ah, ok. Ay, qué pena. No me sentí.
Ok. Listo, Miriam. No hay problema. Entonces, esa es una forma como ustedes lo pueden emplear. Preguntas sobre should o ought. Ought, a ver. Ought or not. ¿Tienen preguntas? Recuerden cuando esperarlo como responsabilidad. Quizás como assumptions, son suposiciones, advice, también está como mal escrito, advices, pisos advice, no puede estar en plural, suggestions, ya ustedes mirarán. Muy bien, aquí tenemos el segundo, the second one, which is must. Must is used to express a strong obligation, a necessity, and a logical deduction. Remember, it's used to express a strong obligation, a necessity, and a logical deduction. So look, when we use it like a strong obligation, we need to identify our own responsibilities and turn those responsibilities into an obligation. For example, say, you must stop at the red light. So that's a responsibility that we have to, but it turned to be an obligation. ¿Por qué? Porque si nosotros nos pasamos el semáforo en rojo, tenemos problemas, ¿verdad? Y miren que es una obligación entonces no pasarnos el semáforo en rojo. Está en amarillo, se atenderá, ya tenemos que pasarnos cuando ya esté en verde. You must start at the red light. Deben frenar, es una obligación. Es una obligación. ¿Quién me da un ejemplo? Who can give me an example with a strong obligation? José Gómez, go ahead. Por esa en anterior should se puede pasar por ought. Yes, Christian. Yes, exactly. Exactly. But you have to bear in mind es como considerar, bear in mind that ought is not being used as much as we use should. All right. Remember that. ¿Quién me da un ejemplo con should? Aquí con must. ¿Quién me da un ejemplo? Pero que sea una obligación. An obligation. A very strong obligation. Profesor, no. Porque evidencia.
Must.
Evidencia y advice no lleva
You
la
must
S.
go to the school.
You must go to the school. Ahorita miramos el tema, compañera Laisa. You must go to the school. Yeah, that's an obligation. If the person is underage, estoy un menor, is underage, or you are feeding that person, tú está bajo tu crianza, it's an obligation that that person go to the school. The person must go to the school.
But if I say, for example, if I am a mom, and I have to say to my son, you must go to the school, is something rude or not?
Yeah, for real. It's something good. Yeah, because it's an obligation. It's an obligation because
something rude. I mean,
yes,
it's rude or not?
It's good. It's logical what you are saying. It's so logical because you want that person to become somebody else in the life, within life. You want the person to have a better education. Yes.
You must use the belt for the drive car.
Yeah, you must fasten the belt while driving a car. While driving, you must fasten the belt. Debe ponerse el cinturón de seguridad o just, ¿sí? Mientras conduce, you must fasten the belt while driving. That's okay. That's logical, Jose. Thank you. Necessity. Look, an obligation can be even though a necessity. You must have a passport to pass the border. So if you are going to another country, you must have a passport, right? Because if you don't have the passport, for real, you won't get into another country, but you can go to another country. What about the visa? You must have the visa in order to go to the United States of America. For example, let's suppose that you are going to a bank. So you cannot get into the bank without wearing the face mask or the tapaboca. So it is an obligation, it is a necessity. You need to wear, you must wear the face mask when going to the bank. ¿Sí miran? Es una necesidad. ¿Por qué? Porque sin eso no lo van a atender. Y también puede ser incluso hasta una obligación portar el tapaboca.
Profe, pero yo siento que es como más agresivo, es decir, claro, si lo dice un policía está súper bien, o digamos, la mamá, una autoridad, ¿cierto?
Yes.
Pero, por ejemplo, en el tema del banco, que, o sea, podría decirlo, you have to wear your face mask.
Can be.
Or is better if I say must.
Yeah, because en ese caso debemos hacer must, porque es una obligación realmente que esa persona, o una necesidad, ¿sí? Ya sentida, de que para que pueda ser atendido debe portar el tapaboca. Pero puede ser que se encuentre en otros lugares donde el tapaboca no sea necesitado. Entonces ya le dicen, ok, you don't have to wear the face mask. Miren que ahí es más leve. You don't have to. Tú no debes. You don't have to wear the face mask. It's not necessary. ¿Sí miras cómo cambia un poquito?
Sí. Sí.
Muy bien. Very good. So, in logical deductions, for example, if you look at a Fortuner car, un carro Fortuner, it's a brand new Fortuner car, or you can say a BMW car, say that person must be rich or must have a lot of money. ¿cierto? Usted ve en un carro, por ejemplo, un BMW, y usted, ¿qué es lo primero que piensa? Ven a una persona manejando un BMW, ¿qué es lo primero que piensa de esa persona? Que tiene dinero, ¿verdad? Que es una persona adinerada. Pues es una concesión porque es un carro muy costoso. Entonces, o ven un Ferrari, no, un joven, que es de familia muy adinerada. Ven una casa hermosísima o un edificio, bueno, el dueño de este edificio debe tener mucho dinero. Entonces, eso es lo que se llama logical deductions, ¿sí? Son deducciones muy lógicas, que pueden ser muy ciertas en ocasiones, pero a la vez no, puede ser que esté muy endeudado, pero la lógica nuestra que impacta nuestro cerebro subconsciente es que esa persona tiene dinero, es rica. Entonces, mire, they must be rich. Look at their house. Oh, look at their house. They must be rich. Look at their house. So that's a very logical deduction. Maybe the owner of the house can be a poor one, or it's just, we say, landlord, arrendatario, o no sé. Es una lógica, es una decisión muy lógica. Vamos a mirar. We must obey to the authority. We must obey authorities. Yes, we must obey or respect. We must respect the law. Mira, debemos respetar la ley. We must respect the law. That's the way. Note, the negative form of must is must not, or is contraction, mustn't. We say mustn't. When pronouncing the word, the contraction of must not is mustn't. And it is usually used to express prohibition. All right? When something needs to be prohibited, we say, we use must. Example, you mustn't smoke inside a hospital. It's a prohibited or forbidden to smoke in a hospital. Something that you must not do, all right? She mustn't or she must not make noise in here. It's something which is prohibited. You cannot make noise in here. You mustn't make noise in here. It's prohibited, miren. Es algo, aquí tenemos otra opción, algo es una prohibición, está prohibido. Entonces usamos más como para hacerlo sentir como una obligación, como una necesidad. ¿Sí? Y lo complementamos, algo muy lógico. Preguntas sobre este más para poder pasar a lo siguiente, por favor. Questions? No questions, right? Listo, very good. Aquí, in here, we got can, could, may, and might. Look, can expresses ability, permission, probability, right? Look at the first example. Look at the first example. I can play the guitar. So this is what? Que si yo puedo tocar la guitarra, ¿es una qué? Is what? Ability, right? It's an ability. So I can play the guitar. I can swing. I can sing. I can speak fluently. I can speak English fluently. I can speak 20 languages. I can write. Whatever. So any kind of activity that you can do by yourself, by your own, is considered like an ability. So permission. Huh?
I can speak English.
You can speak English. That's an ability because none of the person or none of, let's say, nobody or not all the people can speak English. So you can do it. Permission. Can I go to your party? So if you're going to ask for permission, try to use can. Can, all right? Can is formal as may, but in this case, it's more common, or is more commonly used in English to ask for permission. Can I go to your party? Can I open the door? Can I use your pencil? Can I, cough here? Cough here? Whatever, that's permission. And in probability, it can be possible she's not at home. It's a probability. We are not sure about that, but we just made some assumption. Una suposición, assumptions that she or he can't be or she cannot be at home by now. Something that we are not quite sure. Siente que no estamos seguros is a probability. For example, it can rain later. Puede llover más tarde. It can rain later. You can bring me the papers later today. It's just a probability that person can bring me the paper that I'm needing now. We are not sure about that, right? That's a probability. Probability. Could. Could is the past of can. You see the past ability. I could, for example, you say, I can play the guitar. So I want to turn this sentence into the past. So which is that's something that I could do, right? When I was 5, I could play the guitar. Look, I could play the guitar. Something that I used to do, but now I can't do it. So I try to play the guitar, but I can't. So I can't. I lost my ability to play the guitar in the past, all right? I could, past ability. He could jump higher when he was skinnier. So he could jump higher when he was skinnier. Something that that person could do when he was skinnier. Now he can't do it. He can't do it because he's fatter. Es más gordo. He's fatter. Something different. He could go to a school. Look, he could go to a school. Now he can't. Maybe he's already graduating from his school. He grown old. Está adulto. He's grown old. He doesn't want to study. Whatever. He could go to a school. And here you have, it could get much cooler tonight. It could get much cooler tonight. That's like a probability. 40%. We got 40%. Ok, en 10 minutos se termina. Volvemos a ingresar con el mismo enlace. ¿Listo? 40%. It could get much cooler tonight. No sabemos, we don't know. I could help you with your homework. I could help you with your homework. It can be a request, but not a request like a response to a request that somebody has asked or requested. That's the word, requested. ¿Listo? An example. May. This is just probability 50%. We use so much may to ask for permission. This is more formal than can. This is more formal than can. Say, it may rain tomorrow. Probability, puede que llueva mañana. It may rain tomorrow. May I have your phone number? Something to be more formal. If you want to be more respectful or polite, you ask for the phone number. Say, hey, may I have your phone number, please? I would like to contact you sometimes today or sometimes, I don't know, permission. You cannot have this, somebody's cell phone number without permission. Let's suppose that you are getting late to a meeting. The meeting is already started. You say, hey, excuse me, may I come in? May I come into the room? May I come in? Just may I come in? ¿Puedo ingresar? So, es cuando estábamos en el colegio, llegábamos tarde a la clase y estaba la profe explicando allá. Profe, y si era de inglés, era el término, may I come in? Dice, come in. Sí, ese era el término, may I come in. Permission. Finally, we got might. Probability, 35%. This is 40%, 50%, and 35% or less. Look, or less. It might be a mistake. We don't know. It's just a probability. We want to do something, but we're not sure about the result. Queremos hacer algo, pero no estamos seguros del resultado. Probablemente pueda que sea negativo, positivo o que se acomode a nuestra assumptions, ¿sí? presunciones y demás, no sabemos. Entonces, ahí usamos esa probabilidad un 35%. It might be a mistake. It might be raining tomorrow. It might whatever. So that's just a probability. But to the future, right? Future. Might, Santi, que pueda pasar. It might be a battle. Podría ser una batalla. It might be whatever. ¿Quién me da un ejemplo? Who can give me an example using might? Who? Nobody? Okay, so nobody can give me an example. I know that you can, you don't want. Okay, so let's move on to the first example, the first. Espera que carguen. En este ejercicio, this is just an activity in which you are going to select the best modal verb to complete the sentence. The sentence is going to be complete, and you need to complete the sentence by selecting the corresponding modal verb, right? You will get up to 20 seconds to select the best modal verb. After that time, the exercise is going to get over. You need to be careful. If you don't respond, the exercise is going to get over because it's going to be repeatedly responding itself. Let's move on. Remember, 20%, 20 seconds, there you go. You got the sentence, you got 30 seconds. Should, will, or must. Habiliten los micrófonos. You can enable your microphone and say to me the right answer. Should, will, and must. You clean your bedroom. What is the better answer?
No, we can see. I mean, I can see.
¿No pueden mirar la pantalla?
No, solo estoy viendo los links.
Oh my God. Listo, muy bien. Excelente. Déjeme que voy a volver a empezar, por favor. Porque ya me fue uno. Remember, you need to select the best modal verb to complete every sentence. You got up to 30 seconds to select the best modal verb. One, it'd be great if you help me to fix the bike. May, would, can. What is the best answer?
Would.
Would. Say would. Somebody else?
May.
May. Okay, would and may. One answer. One more answer. Okay. No. Okay. Look, I play the guitar if I start practicing. Will, must, can.
Can.
Can? Okay,
Yes.
you can play the guitar if I start practicing. You say can.
Must.
Okay, right answer. Good job. Perfect. I have your phone number. Must, will, may.
May.
May I have your phone number? What about must? Or will?
Must.
Must?
No, may. Must. No, may.
It's may.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good answer. Remember that is asking for a phone number is permission. I cannot have that same phone number without a permission. Sarah, may I have your phone number?
Would.
Sí, would.
Okay, would that would be true? All right. No, that should be true. You be proud of yourself. Will, can, must.
Can't.
You can? You can be proud of yourself. No, you must be proud. Game over. Okay, vamos a ver. Te dije. Odio esas propagandas. Si se equivocan 3 veces, el ejercicio se va. Deben poner atención. 1. You must, should, will. You clean your bedroom. What is the better answer?
Should.
You should. Should you clean your bedroom? Must. Should or must? 1, 2.
Should.
Should. No. Will you clean
Must.
your, okay, very good. You pay attention to the teacher. Must.
Must.
Will. You must pay attention, right?
Must.
Must.
You should pay attention to your teacher because it's a, in that case, it's just like a recommendation. You should pay attention to the teacher. That be true. Would, might, can. Assumption.
Might.
Might. It's a probability. Yeah. It's a probability. We don't know. We don't know. That might be true. I play the guitar if I start practicing.
Can.
I can play the guitar if I start practicing. That's true. Yes, excellent. Good job. Let's move. Hey. No aparece la otra. Vamos a ver a cualquiera. Bueno, atiné. Okay, I have your phone number. May, must, will. The same example. May, very good. This be the reason why the internet is not working. Should, could, will.
Could.
Could?
Could.
Okay, let's see. Very good. Could be the reason why the internet is not working. It'd be great if you helped me to fix the bike. May, can, would,